What, what I'm going through right now is heavy shit. Bugs are really starting to bug me. Ants all over the kitchen, ants in my bathroom. They're everywhere. I know why I'm annoyed. I feel very lonely sometimes, and I can get really bored. So many mosquitoes. I just noticed like a glitch in the matrix, or I noticed shifting timeline, and the matrix was fighting back. And they're everywhere. Maybe I should watch my own video again about how to get unstuck from the loop. Yeah. It's the chicken and the egg story. Normally people look up to me and look, he's got all the answers. Well, right now my mind is filled with questions. They are everywhere. And hello, welcome back. Fucking hell, what I'm going through right now is heavy shit. Yeah, it's the irony, when you start like a new video book. Awareness during the storm, and it's like life is saying, okay, you want to become aware during the storm? Well, here's a little storm for you. I just got bit by a tick. Yeah, luckily I felt a motherfucker, biting me on my leg, so I immediately reacted and saw it lie on the floor, and it was like because I it was still alive, so yeah. But yeah, I noticed bugs are really started to bug me. Ants all over the kitchen, ants in my bathroom, and they have these tiny ants, and they are everywhere. I mean, the big ants I don't mind so much. The big red ants, of course they bite, but yeah, they usually run away. But these little ones, they crawl everywhere, and sometimes they're really aggressive. They bite harder than the red ants, because the red ants in general they run away. It's funny. There's these big black ants in this garden where I sit. And when I just, touch them, they run away really fast. Yeah. Mosquitoes. Yeah, last night I was late afternoon. It usually is somewhere between 4 and 6 p.m. So many mosquitoes. Yeah, and we have bug spray, of course, but it's not always working, and it doesn't help me getting annoyed. But I know why I'm annoyed, because I don't want to go back to the Netherlands. I really don't want to go, and because I know I have to go. It frustrates me even more when I listen to podcasts that explain like, yeah, you can shift reality. Yeah, it just, do this, do that. No, I know that's yeah, of course there's a possibility, but a part of me already decided, okay, let's go back, let's go to a new adventure, because here it's here it's not that comfortable either. Not anymore. It was for a long time, and something shifted. And it could be that I'm, annoyed of the whole notion of having to move, change, go to the Netherlands. Bleh, Netherlands. Bleh. But yeah, at the same time here I feel very lonely sometimes, and I can get really bored. I'm so happy with you guys, YouTube channel, creating videos every day. Even noticed adding extra work. Like right now, I'm making older videos at the ones where I started shifting from the daily life reports into while shift happened. And then there was this video. A long time ago we went on a holiday to Croatia, and this was the period where we both of us started to notice how we could create our own reality, and the Matrix was fighting back. Yeah, it was a nice story to explore, and yeah, Bianca really believed in it. I'm still not sure what to make of this, actually, because I understand the concept. I've even experienced shifting reality a couple of times, but usually it just happened. I just noticed like a glitch in the Matrix, or I noticed shifting timeline, which is a story, which is a explanation of what happened. It could be infinite different possibilities of why that happened or how that happened. But yeah, that was the story back then, and now I feel like, okay, so the story now is I have to go back to the Netherlands. But do I? And yes, I do. But I don't want it. And this is going on again and again like a loop. Yeah, maybe I should watch my own video again about how to get unstuck from the loop. How we create our own loop. I just know I have to do this. I have to go through this process. Being lonely, feeling lonely. Of course, it's just because my best friend is no longer around. And all through my life, in general, I usually have just one friend. Because I'm very picky, I don't connect with just anybody. No. So that's why it's rare that I really connect with someone, and then it's horrible when that someone leaves. I've been on the phone with Angela like pretty much every day since the breakup, and that's been wonderful. So there's multiple struggles at the same time. The loneliness, the boredom, the bugs bugging me, my energy level low. I don't sleep as tight as I used to. Here it gets dark at around 5 p.m. already. Short days, 12-hour day, 12-hour night, light, dark. I feel like, all these things slowly creeping in, and then yeah, Mr. Lightbringer, so where's your light now? And then, out of nowhere, the 13 chakra video introduction popped up, and it was nice, and I'm really pleased with the result, and for sure I'm going to continue this whole series. But I also feel like, okay, I need to be in the proper vibration to record these videos, because I wanna, but that's, yeah, I want the videos to be, you know, enlightening. But I don't have to be in a good vibration to record the video. No, recording the video actually brings me in this good vibration. Yeah. It's the chicken and the egg story. But yeah, struggling, really struggling, and having no one to talk to, really talk to in depth here, like physical, no friends. I can really understand people, other people blogging or vlogging or posting about this or talking about this on camera like this. When you are ahead of everybody, it's lonely, you know. It's lonely at the top. And yeah, a couple of days ago I met this German couple, and I started with, yeah, I'm way ahead of everybody, and then she pointed out, like, that sounded somewhat arrogant. No, I'm not claiming I'm better than everybody. No, I'm just more ahead than everybody. I know everybody is gonna move through these things. Yeah, for me it's a clear knowing. This society, this way of living, it cannot continue. No, it cannot. It has to change. And yeah, then it's gonna change into this transhuman thing, for sure. But that's old Earth, the way I see it, the mechanical Earth. But is it old Earth? Is this not new world? Is this the real reality? Are we actually going through that horrible period where, yeah, we starseeds, light workers, you know, extraterrestrials incarnated as human, we have been through this before. Even humans have been through this before in the story of Atlantis, you know, everything being, you know, we were so sophisticated, so high level technology, and then, you know, Atlantis sunk. That's the story. We've been here before, we've done this before, we've failed before. But it's not failure, no, it's just evolutionary stages. And I know all these stories are all just a way to make sense of life, because life sometimes, well, so often it doesn't make sense. But yeah, the need to make sense could also be a coping mechanism, and all these stories I tell can also be a coping mechanism. And then, you know, then what? Then life just sucks, you know, might as well just end it. No. I've been through much worse situations, and I'm still here talking at, like, bringing a room, bringing his message, bringing his light, with a smile and a cigarette. Yeah, part of me is actually looking forward to change, but yeah, I haven't even booked a ticket to the Netherlands yet, just a ticket to Thailand, so, you know, I can get out of this country before my visa expires, my stay permit. June 15th I'm flying. I think June 17th it expires, but yeah, I found a good flight. I haven't looked at staying in Thailand at all. Maybe I will travel Thailand for a while. I don't know, you know. There's this huge resistance of, and that's what we usually do, right? We feel comfortable, and of course we don't want to change, even though the comfort, part of the comfort, is the uncomfort. We often prefer uncomfortableness over change. We get comfortable with our uncomfortableness. Discomfort, yeah, I think that's the word. We get comfortable with our discomfort because then we don't have to change. This is a very old story. Yeah, I guess it's fear of the unknown. But I don't fear the unknown. I already know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be amazing and it's gonna be tough. And staying here might become just as tough. I've heard some prediction of what is to come, like the next pandemic and flights being very expensive. But we've been through this before in 2020. You know, all these stories like, it's gonna be shit. And I remember a friend suddenly, you know, scraping together enough money to fly to South America, and for a couple of months we stay in touch, and then suddenly nothing. And then years later, his sister, first some friends of him tried to contact me and ask about him. No, haven't heard. Then his sister, because their father was dying. Yeah, I told him, listen, I don't know if he's still around. His idea was to go to South America and go fully off grid and leave all technology behind with around 50 people, starting with a group of 150 people. But yeah, he was this Skywalker, he was this dreamer, he was living in his fantasy world, and all the while he was struggling with daddy issues and life and but he told me, you have to come now because pretty soon all the borders going to be closed and everything's going to shit here. Well, I found my way to Bali years later, 2024. So apparently this next episode is not going to be that horrible as everybody is predicting. That's just fear. I mean, even the most awakened people, they're preparing, preppers. Fill your cabinets with food. Well, how long do you think you're gonna last on a cabinet full of food? A year? If you stuff your basement full with stuff, how long do you think you're gonna last? 3 years? It's not gonna happen. No. It's just fear. Basically the fear of dying. And right now I'm watching these Robin Williams movies, What Dreams May Come. And I used to love this movie, and now I'm watching it and I'm like, what a horrible movie. Like, really, do you really believe that when you die you go through even more struggle, even more horror things? No, when you die you're done. You move on. You might reincarnate, because it's fun to be human. It's a wonderful experience, until you're incarnated again, and then, oh shit, I did it again. Oh damn. But who knows? Maybe like my stepdad. He believes that when he's done, he's done. He's closed his eyes for the last time and it's finished. The end. Nothing after. Yeah, I can imagine that, just like, same with the idea of going to heaven. Then, I'm done. We don't know. No, we don't know. Some claim they do know. They returned. They went and they returned. Yeah, so yeah, could be a story. I mean, reality is we are living here now, and life is just life. Who's to say? Yeah, normally people look up to me and look, he's got all the answers. Well, right now, my mind is filled with questions. But that's, you know, part of awareness during the storm. Aware of it all, and yeah, I don't need to fix anything. Don't need to change anything. I don't need to chase anything. Just relax, you know. Book the tickets, get it over with. And yeah, if I'm not supposed to go, things will change. But it's a challenge. It really is a challenge. So how are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments, and give me a like, and share this video if it resonates with you, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. It will really help my channel. And buy me a coffee, you know, become a member, pay me $3 a month, support me, or even get a tier 2 level, pay me $33 a month, and we have a call, and then we talk about how horrible life is. Yeah, I'm very good at marketing, you know, promoting my channel. Yeah, I'm really good at it. No, I appreciate anything that finds my way. I really deeply appreciate life. I just sometimes get lost in the struggle, like everybody else. Yeah, the fun of being human. Okay, see you in the next. Have a good life.